On this week's report, Einstein proven right in another galaxy, 80 new exoplanets, and no more OK Google. All this and more on Sunday Morning Coffee. Hello and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee, the show where science and technology are taken in a calm, relaxed tone. I'm your host Jake, and on today's show, Einstein proven right in another galaxy. This news story comes from the University of Portsmouth from June 21st, 2018. Quote, astronomers have made the most precise test of gravity outside our own solar system by combining data taken with NASA's Hubble Space Telescope and the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope. The researchers show that gravity in this galaxy behaves as predicted by Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity, confirming the theory's validity on a galactic scale. Now, for those of you that do not know, in his theory of special relativity, Einstein determined that the laws of physics are the same for all non-accelerating observers. And he showed that the speed of light within a vacuum is the same no matter the speed at which an observer travels. This means that what a cool old man that would usually stick out his tongue in photos and was at times sort of considered crazy was shown to be right on this day. Now logically this means that the laws of physics that apply to us here apply in other universes, which means that we are not very distant from other planetary systems having the pretty much same system of physics. Our next story comes from the University of Alberta Faculty of Medicine and Dentistry, titled Putting the Brakes on Metastatic Cancer, from June 20th, 2018. Medical researchers find 11 genes responsible for the spread of cancer. Quote, a groundbreaking discovery has identified previously unknown therapeutic targets that could be key to preventing the spread of cancer. Researchers found that by inhibiting several newly identified gene targets, they could block more than 99.5% of cancer metastasis in living cells. This is grand. I mean, finally, we may have just a cure yet for cancer. By inhibiting these very genes and preventing them from carrying on, we could literally prevent cancer by stopping it at the source rather than just killing it with chemotherapy and other unnecessary treatments in such a grand way. And who knows, maybe this will even be the way to salvation to the human race from cancer in its many forms. Our next news story, nearly 80 exoplanet candidates identified in record time. Search considered successful, dress rehearsal for exoplanet hunter TESS. This news story comes from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology from June 21st, 2018. Quote, scientists have analyzed data from K2, the following up mission of NASA's Kepler Space Telescope, and have discovered a trove of possible exoplanets amidst some 50,000 stars. The scientists report that discovery of nearly 80 new planetary candidates, including a particular standout, a likely planet that orbits the star HD 73344, which would be the brightest planet host ever discovered by the Kepler-2 mission. This is good. For those of you that do not recall, I previously talked about how we could, in theory, if we improved our methods of travel in such a great way, make our way to some of these planets, and maybe even create settlements, making newly named Earths. Of course, this means we would have to solidly prove these planets are livable and that we can sustain ourselves in these without any difficulty, but who knows, right? Maybe our future might be brighter than we think. Now we move on to our technology segment. First story from our technology segment, Twitter buys tech firm to curb abuse. This news story comes from San Francisco, the IANS, June 22nd, 2018. Quote, in a bid to curb harassment of users on its platform, Twitter said it agreed to buy Smite, a San Francisco-based technology company that specializes in safety, spam, and security issues. Twitter said it was committed to serving the public conversation and ensuring the conversation on its platform is healthy. Quote, Smite's team, technology, and company mission are aligned with our focus on improving the health of conversations on Twitter, and we believe this will be a powerful addition to our ongoing work, Twitter said in a blog post on Thursday. Now, props to Twitter on this one. They have been putting in a lot of effort along the way to make their website safe. But this, even though it breaks the bank, it will pay off if they do things right, especially after a purchase like this. I mean, buying an entire security firm to make their own social media even safer. How'll it work? Our next story, Google rolls out offline mode for Chrome on Android. This sounds like a pretty interesting story from ANI, June 22nd, 2018. Contributing to the idea of Chrome for everyone, everywhere, tech giant Google announced the rollout of an offline mode for users on Android. Quote, today we're introducing another way for Chrome on Android users in India, along with more than 100 countries including Nigeria, Indonesia, and Brazil, to surf the web with Chrome on Android devices, even without a constant internet connection. When you're connected to free, unmetered Wi-Fi, Chrome will automatically download relevant articles based on what content is most popular in your location. Amanda Boss, product manager offline Chrome for Android, wrote in a blog post. This might not be that great of an idea, honestly, but I see this working. The premise seems to be that once a device connects to a network nearby, on Android obviously, that it will load relevant data into the Chrome app of said device, so that we don't have to keep on searching on and on and on when we're in Wi-Fi and saving up articles, news stories, information bases, and it just saves the most relevant data to your phone. Obviously, this could mean that you could actually offset data on your phone and you could actually fill up the data on your phone, which means no more photos, no more nothing, but who knows? I mean, you never know when the most relevant piece of information might be a 4K video for like 10 to 15 minutes. Our next and most sad story, Google Assistant no longer needs to say hey and okay for your every query. As in, you don't need to say hey or okay Google for every query you wish to search. This news story comes from Gadgets Now Bureau from June 22nd, 2018. Quote, Internet search giant Google is rolling out the continued conversation feature to its artificial intelligence-based voice assistant called Google Assistant. This will be functional starting today on Google Home Mini, and Google Home Max. As per Google's blog post, currently this feature is being rolled out only in the US, but it's expected to reach out other countries soon as well. This means we can finally continue a thought with Google Assistant. A conversation with Google Assistant and maybe not even need to say, okay, Google again, every time we talk to Google Assistant. I personally have an Assistant app on my iPhone. This could mean that we may be seeing autonomy in our devices sooner than we think. All of these news stories that you may have seen and or heard on this video are checked out in the link in the description below. Be definitely sure to check that link down below so you can find all the information that you need. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching this news report. I was your host, Jake, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Goodbye.